Welcome back to America on the Road with Chris Teague, Jack Nerad back with you. It is road test time, and this time around we have a couple of Genesis vehicles. We are luxuriating this week, Chris, in luxury vehicles from Genesis. You have what I think is one of the nicest looking introductions recently. I think it's a cool looking car, but I want to steal your thunder. Tell us about the vehicle you were in.
It is absolutely a showstopper in terms of styling, Jack. It's the 2025 Genesis GV80 Coupe. Some of you may have heard of the GV80 SUV, which is a 3-row model. It's kind of their flagship SUV right now. But this is a smaller, sort of fastback coupe, and they're calling it a coupe even though it has 4 doors. That's because the roof is sloped very dramatically. Jack, one of the things I loved about this vehicle is just looking out the window and seeing it in the driveway. Have you driven it, and what do you think of the styling?
I have. I was on the launch, and I was taken by it immediately. I mean, it's just, as you say, it's a showstopper. I mean, it'll stop people in their tracks. I mean, there's pretty few vehicles out there that, get the head turn that this vehicle does. And, I just liked it from the beginning. And I think the interesting variance from the GV80 4-door, the big SUV, which is essentially the same platform, is kind of remarkable what they've done, because just little subtle changes have a big effect.
They do, and this vehicle, it kind of has the reminiscent, it kind of reminds me of like vehicles from the 30s and 40s, like the swooping lines and the dramatic lights on the front really add to this vehicle. But taking a step back, you can get this vehicle, the base model, for around $82,500. You get a twin turbocharged V6 with that model. You get 375 horsepower, Jack, which is not bad at all in today's world, given that a lot of these are rolling with like 250. The top trim that I tested is also a twin turbocharged 3.5 liter V6, but it came with an electric supercharger. You get 409 horsepower, all-wheel drive, and 8-speed automatic transmission. You get rear wheel steering in this vehicle, Jack. So, I mean, you get a lot of gadgets, and you can do 0 to 60 in a little over 5 seconds, which in a 5-seat SUV, this is competitive with like the Audi SQ5. You're looking at, sort of upscaled European brands at this point, which I think is a testament to Genesis and how well they've done in the short time that they've been on the market. The vehicles that they're making are that competitive with some of the European sort of heavy hitters, if you want to call them that. Unlike the regular GV80, this is not a 3-row. This is a 2-row SUV with 5 seats. You get quilted leather upholstery, heated and ventilated and massaging front seats, heated and ventilated rear seats, heated armrests. Jack, the interior design of this vehicle is exactly the same as the outside in terms of eye-catching styling and everything. What do you think of the interior?
I think it's terrific. I mean, little touches like that heated armrest. I mean, you got to love that. I mean, I love the heated steering wheel, and to have my elbow warmed up there when it's sitting on that armrest. Boy, I love it. And the materials are terrific, too.
Yeah, they are top notch, and at this point, we're kind of edging out of the winter here in Maine, but, I still didn't want to get out of this vehicle. My arms are warm, my back is warm, my hands are warm, and I'm being massaged, so no complaints with the comfort, and the space in this vehicle is excellent, too. The back seats are very roomy. You don't have a third row to contend with, so there's more leg room back there. And the sloped roof does cut into headroom a little bit, but unless you're 6'5" or whatever, you're going to be just fine. And then just like the exterior, the performance gadgets, you get plenty of gadgets inside. You have an in-cabin fragrance system, a UV-based smartphone disinfectant system, and more. And you get a panoramic moonroof, which really helps make the space feel open and airy. Excuse me. All vehicles come with a 27-inch combined display, Jack. This stretches from behind the steering wheel all the way over to the infotainment display. You get all the goodies: wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, a Bang & Olufsen stereo, plenty of speakers. The sound system in this vehicle is booming. Absolutely no complaints. And then again, we've talked about this many times. Genesis benefits from Hyundai being its parent company. So you get all the goodies with the infotainment system without a lot of the complexity. So the system is very easy to navigate, even though there's a little bit more complication than you get with a Hyundai because there's more display and fanciness going on. And then you also get a full suite of safety equipment in this vehicle. You get the blind spot camera system. You get forward collision alerts, automatic emergency braking. Everything works as expected. None of the alerts are jarring or scary. So all around, I think the price for me is a little bit out of my range, and I would like to have a little bit more space in the back, given that, we have a family and dogs. But if you're looking for a stylish SUV and you don't need the third row and the extra space, this is right up your alley.
Yeah, remind me of the price, Chris.
Yeah, you're looking at around $82,500 to start, and then you go up to just under $90,000 with a few options.
Yeah, and as I remember, the powertrains kind of start where the GV80s leave off, right?
Correct. And the electric supercharger is a new option for this year. I'm not sure if it's going to make its way to the regular GV80 for next year, but right now your choice is the only vehicle you can get in is the Coupe.
Yeah. Well, it's a terrific vehicle, and I think they've done a masterful job, and I love the looks of it. And they've retained a lot of the utility of the SUV in the Coupe. You don't lose much in way of storage and interior space. So that's
not
cool.
a ton, no.
Yeah. Well, I was driving another